All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite.
All-Stars making a change here. Brown's checked in. The Beast, he's checked in for the West.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star Game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
On the court for the West All-Stars, Tatum out there with LeBron James. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's the Beast. And it's Doncic in at the point.
I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star Game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star Game.
The West All-Stars have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
LeBron passes to the Beast. Shot clock at 5. Here's Tatum. Second chance effort. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Anthony Davis.
That one on Davis.
You know, over his first couple of seasons, Tatum really increased his trips to the line, playing more aggressively.
Leonard, he's checked in for Davis. Good on both.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter, but right now he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to Brown. The tray. And James pulls it down.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Doncic with it. And Young picks him up defensively. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time.
Team foul.
That's foul number 2 for him. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for the East. The West also making some changes. Jokic, he's checked in for LeBron. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Tatum. And it's Mitchell in for Doncic. Ingram passes to Brown. Ingram kicks to Brown. Back to Ingram. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. There's Brown with the 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the West All-Stars. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game.
You know, when DeRozan's able to connect from there, it really opens up the floor for his teammates.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. A 3 from Leonard. It's rebounded by the West.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it. At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Now a timeout called by the East.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and, you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Butler, he's checked in for the East. Morant comes in for Ingram. Now here's Morant. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Will it go? Brown. Good.
In the first half of this season, Boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent, and when he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the West All-Stars.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And they've also done a great job converting their opportunities at the stripe. Lots of chances and making the most of them.
Here's the Beast. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
17.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. And that one misses.
Boy, you got to be able to capitalize at the foul line. They're struggling with that this quarter.
He's off on the second. And with the internet and social media, players Clark have so much more ability to engage with the public and be heard. Is that important?
Kevin, anytime you can empower folks to share their voice, their stories, and be authentic in their own way, I think that's a positive. Player empowerment is something that social media avails, not only to players, but I think to everybody. It doesn't just bring attention to the game, but also causes and commitments players have to their respective communities and issues that are going on in the world. So I think it can be far more good than bad when you think about the platform of social media. He doesn't waste too many seconds.
Gilgeous-Alexander. The Beast passes to Jokic. Here's the Beast. Second chance shot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Number 17.
It's on Kawhi Leonard. The West All-Stars have gone 8 of 13 from the free throw line. The East making a switch. George is checked in. Both free throws good from the Beast. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the pass to Leonard. DeRozan against George. Over DeRozan. The shot by George, no good. And here's the West with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. There's Garland. And the rejection by Morant. It's good.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be the game where they would get battered inside like they had.
Step back shot. The West grabs the miss. The Beast's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Boy, DeRozan showing you good recognition there. Saw the gap in the defense and fired the pass to the wide open man. Doesn't get much better than that.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Morant. Just 5 on the clock. Another miss by the East.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
It's deflected. Morant with the steal. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now George. DeRozan defending. Garland against Morant. Pass to Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander gets the three-pointer to fall. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 in the quarter.
A confident shooter from deep. When you give Gilgeous-Alexander space to pull the trigger,
Defensive
he's not going to hesitate. No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The West All-Stars have had 15 tries at the line. They've made 10. And the East with some changes. KD's checked in for Jimmy Butler, and James Harden has subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Halliburton's checked in for the West. Down low, Morant. That's tipped.
Got to be impressed with Halliburton's defensive instincts there. I mean, able to come away with the rejection. You don't see guards do that a lot.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. The Beast passes to Halliburton. Some nice passing here by the West. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
at the line for 2.
First one falls for.
Substitution on the court.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Outside, George. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's the Beast. It's Curry outside, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the West All-Stars, ahead by 26. And it's time to strap in as we get set to bring you the explosive action of the second half of the All-Star game.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for it.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final 2 quarters.
They've got Trae Young. Durant is out there with Anthony Davis. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Harden in at the 2.
Shots good. Shooting 1.
And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for the West. On the court for the West All-Stars, getting the fourth quarter going. Zion Williamson is out there with the Beast. Then it's DeRozan. Then it's Mitchell. And it's Garland in a point guard. Harden kicks to Young. Over Mitchell. And it's sent back by Mitchell.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
And for coaches' challenges, the refs review their own calls. It's a little like grading your own test. Maybe, Greg, give that job to the review center.
You definitely risk a confirmation bias, and everyone wants to be right. It does seem like some calls stand that probably could be reversed.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Durant. Leonard comes in for Trae Young. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for James Harden.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
You know, this is one of the reasons why Giannis's teammates appreciate him, because when they're open, he finds them.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And even down big, the effort and energy is still there to try and make a comeback.
Garland surveying the D. The wide open look here for DeRozan. It's good from long range.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
No question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
Giannis outside. Back to Brown. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded by Garland. Giannis kicks to Brown. That one, no good. Now the West All-Stars the other way.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Williamson trying to free himself up. Basket good.
Are you kidding? I mean, this is an all-star finish if ever I've seen one.
And that's one of the plays people are going to remember and talk about from this year's game for sure.
Leonard the pass to Butler. For the 3. And the Beast pulls it down. The Beast's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside DeRozan. The pass to the Beast. And taken away by Brown. And that's a foul called on the Beast. That is his first foul of the game. Ingram, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Halliburton's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Up top, Leonard. Steps back and shoots. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
And inside, Kawhi can be such a force, able to power his way to the shot.
Garland against Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Halliburton missing.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Ingram outside. Over Williamson. Misses off the right iron. He kicks it to Garland. Pass to the beast. Leonard with the steal. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Butler passes to Ingram. Shoots over DeRozan. And it's Ingram missing.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
There's the dish to Garland. And a wide open look for Halliburton. And he gets it to go from the corner.
Talk about confidence. Halliburton oozing with it. No hesitation off the catch and shoot there.
Brown outside. Pass to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the East. Knocked away. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Halliburton. And here are the East All-Stars now. 4 on the shot clock. And that's going to be a travel.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball securer. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
The West All-Stars with the ball. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Well, Greg, analysts evaluate player performances on the floor, and sometimes we've seen the players fire back. They're not happy with the criticism.
You know, it's a risk you take, but if you treat everyone with kid gloves, you're really not doing your job. The audience expects a level of honesty, and quite frankly, players don't mind you criticizing their game. It's when those critiques become personal.
Brown outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Ingram on the wing. Williamson against Butler. Here's Brown. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
I like the confidence and the assurance that Brown is taking these shots with. I mean, his mid-range game is actually on point.
And finished off by DeRozan.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Left side, Leonard. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Opponents are physical with Kawhi just about every game, but as forceful a player as he is, he just doesn't seem to mind one bit.
Now DeRozan. Here's the beast. Williamson trying to free himself up. Shots good by the beast.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Now the East All-Stars with it. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Brown. He's calling for a 3-second violation. With options like the G League Ignite team, fewer players
Would have been personally, Kevin, but I do like the fact that there are other pathways to the NBA. College is not for everybody. I think it's one of the surest ways to develop as a person and your game, but it's not for everybody. So I like the fact that there are other pathways to get to the NBA.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And as a team, they're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
Passes to Butler. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Leonard. And that one, good. And that's 11 points for Leonard.
And this is Gilgeous-Alexander's responsibility to find his guys when they're open.
The beast passes to Halliburton. Kicks it to Garland. And that's a foul called on the beast. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Anthony Davis is checked in for Jaylen Brown. Goes up at the stripe. And that one hits back iron. Here's the beast. He's guarded by Davis. Floats it up for Williamson. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing.
on the alley-oop.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Ingram. And here's Leonard from three. And another miss by the East. And the West All-Stars with possession. Here's the Beast. And in today's NBA, there are more and more female coaches than ever before. And Clark, that extends to the front office, too.
Kevin, I think it's a trend that'll continue. I mean, the NBA and society realizing that diversity in all of its forms is a real strength. And the growth of the women's game producing some outstanding coaching and front office candidates.
Here's Leonard. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Substitution on the court.
And guys, I like what they're doing here in the second half. Getting a lot of production in the paint and still trailing, but starting to show some grit down low.
Jokic, he's...
Yes.
Assisted.
Oh, yeah. He's in this game for a reason, Kev.
And one more look at that fantastic Mobile One drop.
And that's a thing of beauty. Certain plays, almost no words. You just sit back and appreciate.
Goes up on the block. Davis, the pass to Butler. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 4 assists now tonight.
You know, with each season in the league, AD's become more of a facilitator. Actually, he's much more aware of how to make plays for his teammates.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the West All-Stars.
Substitution.
You know, all game long, they've imposed their will on the interior, scoring a lot of points in the painted area.
And on top of that, they've really been dialed in from deep, just dropping triple after triple.
George is checked in for the East. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the pass to Butler. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know Butler's confidence is high when he fires a jumper off the catch like that. He doesn't shoot a lot of those.
The Beast passes to DeRozan and finish off by DeRozan.
Oh, I like how quickly he threw the bounce pass there. Hard to defend against that.
Pass to Ingram. Over Halliburton. And it's Ingram missing.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Some nice passing here by the West. Halliburton passes to the Beast. Back to Halliburton. Just 4 to shoot. To the paint, the Beast. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Jimmy Butler. Well, as we know, it's here to stay, but people continue to voice their opinion on the play-in tournament format. Where do you fall?
I like it, Kevin. I really do. It's creative. It's innovative. It adds a level of excitement, that do-or-die feel that you sometimes don't get unless it's a Game 7 in the NBA playoffs. I really think it's a good add-on.
Pass to Davis. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Darius Garland picks one up.
2 shots.
And this young man, a rising scorer who continues to improve. Gilgeous-Alexander may soon be the focal point of every opponent's scouting report.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both. Here's the Beast, defended by Butler. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. It's it for him. He's fouled out. Now we'll go to the line for 2.
And probably coming out of the game anyway. I think we're officially into garbage time.
The East making a switch. Leonard's checked in. That one is no good. Ingram outside. Takes the 3. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's the Beast. Inside. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Greg, you think of everything that goes into making it to the NBA as a player. Did it come easy for you, or was it all work?
It's easy, really, to overlook the grind, but when you love the game, all those hours in the lab don't feel quite like work. At least not until you start getting a little longer in the tooth.
Passes it to George from past the arc. The West All-Stars pull it in. The Beasts got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Outside DeRozan. The pass to Garland. Here's the Beast. He kicks to DeRozan. And that one, good. DeRozan's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Oh, I tell you what, guys, there's so many different ways DeRozan can beat you. When he's hot, he's a problem.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Garland. From 12 feet out. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. The West All-Stars with the ball. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter, and Jokic gets it to go.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Ingram against Halliburton. Basket counts.
Ingram knocking down the long two. He's extremely effective from there.
Here's the Beast. He's covered by Leonard. To the middle. Here's DeRozan. The offensive rebound. They shoot again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Jimmy Butler at the line for 2.
DeRozan is deceptive in his height and quickness, so I think it makes him hard to guard, especially from this area.
DeMar DeRozan hits them both. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. George passes to Butler. George with the ball. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our all-star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night. You